you're eligible for those $80 bonuses on every new person that you bring in. So bring them in as wide as you can. Every time you promote, start new legs wide. I've had a lot of people say, well, can't we just place them in our own legs? You can. But what's going to happen? Well, just like before, you're building all these legs down so low that eventually you're going to lose them out of your generationals and your residual. So keep your people. Build as wide as you can. Build as often as you can. And keep them as close to you as you can. Go out and help them build their own, with their own people. But keep yours.
That's the quietest I've ever been.
I kept waiting for you to talk because that's the quietest I've ever heard you.
I thought I was Vanna White. I was going to go like that. No, you're doing a great job. You know, we thought it was important enough to talk about best practices. And, you know, again, we're not trying to step on anyone's toes or anything like that in leadership that's been teaching. But, you know, Doug and I started 11 years ago sitting with a guy and discussing comp plans. And Doug's CFO, but I would really call him Dr. Commissions because he knows the commissions inside out. And as you come into the business, there's different seasons of time. You know, there's times, you know, we know coming out of convention, we know in the spring, everyone wants to thinking about getting into spring clothes or bathing suits, and we always see a surge. And we know sometimes around Christmas time, the holidays, we don't see a surge. And there's different seasons of time. There'll be that in your business. Last year we had talked to some different people and said, you know, you hadn't gone through all the seasons yet. So what you were teaching was okay for then, but we knew later there'd be a season where you want to live on your residual income. You want to live on your generationals. And we knew for best practices, these are some guidelines that we hope you go by. Now, we're never going to tell you what to do. This is your business. But we, as Doug said a moment ago, we want to pay out as much of the income as we can pay out. So this is not a segment to step on anyone's toes or for anyone to run back and say, you didn't tell me that. This is just to talk about while you're in this journey at different times, you know, just like your spouse. We're seeing that, you know, people are excited that first day, they're bringing their spouse too, and yet we're seeing you need to focus on building that one spot. And then there's a time that your spouse can jump in. We're building a business, a real business here, and we're excited about giving you that firm foundation. And just like Doug said, when you saw the top 100 come across, that's off one spot. When you see the top 10, that's off one spot. When we put you in the Millionaires Club, when we're talking about recognition, you know, I felt in one way, I failed a little bit this year in that I'm such a competitive person, you know, want to really push, promote. Well, I want to make sure as you promote and we show what those average incomes are, that you're making that or more. And we want to make sure when you get the presidential, you get the ambassador, ruby, diamond, wherever you're going, that you've got a firm foundation that's making that money. And I want you to hear from us that we love you no matter what position you're in. There's a triple diamond making money in the top 10 right now today. And so it's not so important that that title, even though we recognize you because you earned something tough, but we want you to have a check to go with it. So that's the reason we talk about best practices. We want to make sure you hear from us how to maximize that comp plan.
Thanks, Mark, and thanks for listening. Enjoy the rest of the show, and those of you that are diamonds, we'll see you tonight.
All right. Thanks, God.